Okay, so we're down here in the basement today. Cap was friction fit in place, but luckily doesn't show any signs of leakage. Wood underneath is fine, and the 2x4 there is good. But I am going to go ahead and put some sealant on it so it's not just fit in place. We're going to go ahead and hop in and take a look at the line. And it looks like we've got some grading loss here in the first 5-6 feet of the line, holding water here. Probably needs to be readjusted underneath, but the water is clear, not holding on to debris, so I'm not really too worried about it. If it were deeper or holding more water, I would be. Here we have a boot connection, it looks like. Schedule 40 PVC, and then you got the rubber boot in between, and that looks like it's holding all right. Got a little bit of pooling water, as we'd expect there, with no leakage, which is fantastic. When we see water trickling out between those joints, we're going to start getting worried and recommending repairs. And here we have an offset with some minor compression at 23 feet. This is an older PVC line, so I'm expecting to see some defects. What we're really looking for is how much water is standing, is it slowing flow, is it slowing debris, is it holding on to debris, and is it leaking or compromised. And we have a low point beginning at 49 feet and coming back up at 52 feet. It was crystal clear when we went in, no debris, no issues there. We're going to go ahead and flush the basement toilet and see how water flows through that point. That is excellent flow through that low point there. I'm going to go ahead and push out to the main here and keep track of any further defects we find. Alrighty, and we have our city tap connection here at 85 feet. Looks like that slightly compressed and offset joint there at 22 feet was likely our transition point. But that wasn't compromised with roots or anything. Didn't have any flow restrictions or visible leakage. The line isn't perfect, and I wouldn't expect it to be at this age. Something like this, I'd expect to see settling, flow restrictions from grease buildup, even root intrusion at this age, just because sometimes those roots can find their way in between the gasket and glue. But this line, despite its low points, actually looks pretty gosh darn good. This line is going to need to be, maintained a little more frequently. Instead of every 5 or 10 years, I just recommend having it hydrogenated every 5 years to make sure that any grease buildup that is slowed down by those low points pushed out to the main where it can be dealt with. Outside of that, I would recommend being a little more thoughtful about what goes down the line. So, easy stuff is your non-flushables, flossers, Q-tips, hygiene products, and feminine hygiene products. Those should never go into this line because they will hit a low point like this. They will slow down, and it is just a quick recipe to have a backup. Besides that, I also highly recommend avoiding the use of flushable wipes. They are bad for just about any line, and even if they do make it past your personal line, they have been known to cause havoc on the city side. If you're curious about that, I would recommend looking up what a fatberg is. Short of that, it should be pretty easy to maintain. Just, again, clean it once every 5 years, be thoughtful about what goes down the toilet, and it should last you a good long while.